It happens to most nonfiction authors. You have a great idea for a book that will help someone. You start writing, and then boom, you get hit by imposter syndrome. Who are you to write a book anyway? If you're suffering from the feeling that maybe you're not good enough or accomplished enough to write a book, then this video is for you. Hey there, I'm Julie the Book Broad, founder of Book Launchers. When I wrote More Than Cash Flow, my first book, I constantly suffered from the feeling that I wasn't good enough to write this book. I'd only done about 30 real estate deals at the time. I had friends that had done more than 100 real estate deals. And Wiley had told me that I wouldn't be able to sell enough books to matter. So who was I to write this book and help others with real estate investing? But the thing that kept me pushing forward was knowing that the person who was thinking about buying their first property, or the person who had bought a couple of properties but they were struggling, that person was exactly who I could help. I wasn't writing a book to help someone buy 100 properties. I was writing a book to help someone avoid the pain that you can run into buying your first investment property if you follow the wrong guidance. So the first way to kill imposter syndrome is to get connected to the person you're writing your book for. If it's for someone that is behind you on the road you're traveling, you're the perfect person to tell them about the potholes or detours that are ahead. Someone who has achieved the pinnacle of success in your industry may not be as connected to the issues that person's facing right now. It's the difference between a business owner taking tactical advice from Richard Branson versus Nick Kennedy. Check out his awesome book, The Good Entrepreneur, by the way. If you are in business, pure gold. Richard Branson is so far beyond where I am in business that his advice is interesting, but it's Nick Kennedy that adds massive value to me because he's 10x or 25x to what I've built so far. So he's got some good advice for what I'm about to face. The second way to kill imposter syndrome is to stop thinking about your colleagues and family and what they'll think about your book, and think about the reader you want to help with your book. Get deeply connected to the outcome of the outcome you're offering and how their life is going to be better after your book. Take Dan Fraser's book, for example. OMG, do I love this cover title and subtitle. But think about Dan, and I don't know if this happened, but imagine if he focused on the TED Talk speakers or the $100,000 keynote speakers and that what they might say about his book, he may not have been able to write this book. But thinking about that someone who has to stand up in their office and give a PowerPoint presentation that could change their career trajectory or impact their business, by thinking about that person, he was able to create an impressively interesting and useful book for creating PowerPoint presentations that people want to watch. The third way to kill imposter syndrome is to think about who you were 10 to 15 years ago. What message do you wish you had then? And really, aren't you perfectly positioned to help that person? So tell your imposter monster to take a hike or stuff a sandwich in its mouth and get back to writing that book, because the only book that matters is the one that is written and published. No reader will be impacted by the book that's in your head. Oh, and speaking of writing tips, well, my friends, this one right here is all about the 9 things to stop doing to be a successful author. A really important video. And this one right here is all about how to write great chapters. All the things like how long they should be and what a chapter template might look like. So go ahead, click on over. I can't wait to see you there.